Inside the Huddle with Mizzou Athletic Director Jim STERK, February 2019. As always, glad to be joined by the Mizzou AD, and we'll start with the big news. I mean, obviously the decision by the Committee on Infractions, the NCAA, was not met with joy here in Columbia, certainly far from it. Talked about this a lot lately. Where is the situation now? What can we expect to happen in the next days, weeks, months?
Well, later this week, we're going to be sending in the appeal, and our communication staff, Nick Joseph and the staff that you're a part of, have been putting together, along with our compliance and everyone else, putting together information, and we're posted on our website, so mutigers.com. People can go there, it'll pop up, and they can click on that and get all the information of kind of the latest of what the sanctions were, what we're appealing, question and answers, those kinds of things, to try to get the information out as best we can. And you can tell my voice is a little hoarse. You know, I've been talking a lot, and I'm not used to that. I'd rather other people talk, and we will, speaking of that, get others involved, and we've had support from across the country, especially in Missouri, obviously, but then from national legislators to state legislators to our president, our chancellor, John Sunvolt. We've heard from them all, and I think the best way to put it is we created the hashtag Make It Right, and that's what we're planning to do.
I know, particularly given the current situation, it's not easy to predict what the NCAA might do. We're not in that business. But do you know how long this might take? Is there any read at all whatsoever on what their reaction could be to an appeal?
I think we're looking at you know, past cases, and at a minimum it'll be 6 months, and there's a process. We're going to appeal, and then there's a few days they respond, and then we have 30 days to respond and really outline our case and what we feel were egregious action that they took, and so then they have a certain period of time to respond to that, and then it gets into their timeline of you know, when can that appeals committee get together, how many other cases they're looking at, when they can schedule an in-person meeting with the Mizzou folks, and then there's a period of time after that where the decision is made. So we're expecting it to go at least through the late summer and the fall. So it could go as long as a year. It could be shorter, but we'll see.
What do you tell the student athletes who are affected by this?
Well, we've met with the football group, with actually the president and the chancellor, and John Sunvolt met with football yesterday morning, and then the chancellor and I met with baseball, and softball has already started their season, so it's been tougher to get them and get scheduled, but we're meeting with them, and I think the biggest thing is really having them focus on what they can control right now, and then also assure them that we're doing everything we can. We have a great team of attorneys led by Michael Glazier and our general counsel office, and so putting a strong case in that, and then also from the communications side, that we're letting them know that there's a website that their parents, if there's questions that they have, that they can go on there, and if there's other things that aren't answered there, that we can address either through their coach or them personally.
What can fans do? Because we've seen Mizzou fans mobilize. They're fired up about this. The comments on social media have been great. Is there anything else that they can do?
I think the social media presence and keeping it alive, and it's a marathon, not a sprint, and so we need to keep it alive for a long period of time. And there's strategies of op-ed pieces, interviews, not just me, and people need to hear from other people and other leaders across the country, and we're planning to do that and continue the pressure from a public perception of what's going on. And I think the initial result has been really positive as far as the pushback, if you will, from our fans. But I think really showing the other ways they can help is showing our student athletes that they support, and they can do that by showing up to their contests, to supporting with our 1839 campaign and our scholarship fund. If we blow that out of the water and really show an outpouring of support, the student athletes know that, and that makes a difference to not only them, but the coaches that they're working with and the people that are considering coming here. And so I think that's really important for people to show that.
Let's talk about something happier. Recently, Max Scherzer had his number retired. It's been announced Derek Chivas and John Brown for basketball will have their numbers retired. This brings back an old Mizzou tradition. And, you know, what went into the decision to bring the tradition of retiring numbers back, and now what's the criteria for number retirement as we move forward?
Well, as I tell our current student athletes, you're a part of this for life, and we want to make sure that the alums, that whether they were athletes or student athletes, that they feel that they can come back. And as you've noticed this fall, we had, I don't know how many reunions, but almost in every sport in the fall, and you utilize the football opportunities, those football weekends to rally and bring people back. We're doing that with basketball. I think the 93-94 basketball team that won the Big 8 title is coming back when John Brown is being honored, and so I think that's it's really neat to be able to connect the past with the present, and I think we need to embrace the past and celebrate it, and then also I think it just shows what kind of place this is and the kind of people that have been a part of it and help build the building blocks to where we are today. And I want them to know that, you know, I take it very seriously, and our current staff and coaches take it very seriously, that they're investing their time and energies to make it even better.
Robin Pynchon recently celebrated a tremendous milestone, 500th career victory in her coaching career. What does that mean for her and her program?
I think it was great to celebrate it. We didn't tell her ahead of time, obviously, or she would have killed us probably. But she's one doesn't want attention on herself, but really wants to help celebrate the program and the advancement. And she takes great pride in the program. Her players take great pride in it, and it was fun for them to see her with all the silly string coming out of the locker room. I think she probably could hardly breathe. She got hit so hard, and they used it as an opportunity to get at Coach too. So I think there was a healthy exchange there with all of that in the celebration. But I told her, if you know, in some of the pictures that I saw with the glimmering tops and the big hair, she could have starred in Grease. You know, it could have been she could have worked that. But you know, on the serious side, I think it's been fun to see, even during my short time, the 2.5 years I've been here, even the program even moving further ahead, and I think there's great future there.
Jim, we appreciate your time as always. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Ben.
That's Jim STERK, Mizzou's athletic director, joining us as he does every single month on Inside the Huddle.
Presented by MU Healthcare, Mid-Missouri's only academic health center, where yes finds a way.